Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes.
A man who shot and killed a Twinsburg police officer during a 2008 traffic stop appealed his conviction and death sentence before the Ohio Supreme Court on April 8th. Ashford Thompson was convicted of murder for shooting the officer 4 times in the head during a struggle when the officer was trying to arrest Thompson. Thompson's attorneys argued that 18 errors were made at his trial, including dismissing a potential juror due to race, which they argue may have tainted the jury's impartiality. Attorneys from the Summit County Prosecutor's Office contended that Thompson's attorneys failed to show any evidence that the jury was tainted, or if the court made an error related to this issue, the outcome of the trial would have been different.
Justice Judith Ann Lanzinger was excited to bring her colleagues to her stomping ground on April 9th, as the Ohio Supreme Court held its OffSite court program at the University of Toledo College of Law. The Ohio Supreme Court justices travel across the Buckeye State twice a year for the OffSite court program, which allows students to observe the Supreme Court's proceedings in person. Besides living in Toledo, Justice Lanzinger is a University of Toledo College of Law alumna and was an adjunct professor.
For 18 years, I taught students at the College of Law while I was a judge and an adjunct law professor. And it's a delight to be here now with my colleagues having a formal session in the very room where I was valedictorian 37 years ago.
More than 350 high school students from the Toledo area and dozens of law students from the university sat in on oral arguments. After hearing the cases, the students met with the attorneys who argued the cases to talk about legal issues and ask questions.
Columbus attorney Denise Merman has taken new lawyers under her wing as their mentor for many years now.
People who have been practicing for a while can't very well complain about practicing with people right out of law school and being frustrated with their lack of experience without helping them in guiding them a little bit through this thicket of very difficult practical and legal issues that you face when you first start practicing.
Merman is part of the lawyer-to-lawyer mentoring program through the Ohio Supreme Court's Commission on Professionalism. It's a year-long pairing between new lawyers and experienced practitioners.
It's really good to be surrounded by youthful spirits and reconnect with the early enthusiasm that people have when they're first out of law school, and to also remind myself how hard it really is to start the practice out of law school.
Merman's former mentee, Liz Zerker, and current mentee, Heather Sobel, both work at the firm.
It was just really a great experience to connect with a more seasoned attorney and have that person that you can go to and be comfortable with and ask, like I said, the questions that you might think are dumb questions.
They always say in law school they teach you how to think like a lawyer, and then when you get out and you start working, you really learn what you need to do as an attorney. So Denise's insight has been really helpful, not just, this is the law and this is how it works, but all the little nuanced things that you might not know just from reading a textbook.
Lori Keating oversees the lawyer-to-lawyer program that started in 2006.
The new lawyers gain so much from the experience. They learn practical skills, things that they don't teach you in law school and are hard to teach in law school. They learn about the etiquette, the unspoken practices that you need to know to do well and succeed in the practice of law.
Keating is chair of the National Legal Mentoring Consortium, which will bring its national conference to Columbus in May. The conference will bring together mentoring experts with leaders from bar associations, law schools, Supreme Courts, law firms, and other legal organizations from across the country.
I hope overall the participants of our programming here in Columbus will walk away with an understanding of what makes a successful mentoring program, and if they have an existing program up and running, how to continue that momentum and even improve upon it.
The conference will also be a chance to showcase Ohio's program that has supported more than 3,000 new lawyers like Sobel and Zerker in the first year of their practice. Details about the conference are available on the National Legal Mentoring Consortium website.
That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.